Um, and I would request Kala ma'am to be unmuted also. Yes. Uh, Thank you, everybody. Good evening. I call this joint meeting with the Rotary Club of Mumbai, Juhu, to order. And I welcome everybody, all the past presidents, past district governors, members, and spouses. We start this meeting usually with a silent prayer. This week, on Sunday, CA Rotarian Varun Vijay Vargi lost his grandfather, Sri Chandalal Vijay Vargi. So I would request all to please join me in dedicating a silent prayer to his memory. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. As you know, this is a joint meeting with the Rotary Club of Mumbai Juhu. I would request the president of Rotary Club of Mumbai Juhu, Kala Sridhar, to kindly take over the proceedings. Kala ma'am.
Good evening. Thank you, Jatin. Good evening, everybody. A warm welcome to all of you. And it's really very nice to see that one of the advantages of this virtual thing is that we are able to connect with people and clubs across the places. And I really thank the Rotary Club of Nagpur Vision for giving us this opportunity to have a joint meeting. Welcome, everybody. We just play our club song. Ashish?
One second. Was the sound playing?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay,
Ashish.
okay.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Jatin.
Yes.
You can take.
I will request for the project announcements in the coming week. I would request Akshay is there. Akshay, to kindly talk about Nurture Lives project.
Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to the Rotary Club from Mumbai as well. It's a pleasure to have a joint meeting so that we can all share our projects and we can garner some of the information which might be beneficial for both the areas. So now, Rotary Club of Nagpur Vision is organizing a project Nurture Lives. A small background, our club knows about it, but because we have some new members, so I'll give a little small background about what the project is. We are providing a nutritious kit to the very low socio-economic strata women who are pregnant This basically is done in this pandemic specifically because people are not able to make their ends meet. Leave apart the nutrition part. So that the maternal health as well as the health of the newborn child is good and they don't suffer from malnutrition, we have devised a very simple nutritious kit, which is hardly 150 rupees, which lasts for a month, which has all the values for protein and calcium, minerals, vitamins, and all the things which which basically a pregnant lady would require, but would not take it otherwise because of her economic condition. We have got very good, in fact, we've got overwhelming response from our club, and we have met our target. And very gracious of our president and treasurer and the secretary of our club, who have said that they will pitch in with we had asked for 100 rupees contribution from everyone, and the Rotary Club of Nagpur Vision, for as many contributions we get, we are getting a 50 rupee add-on from the Rotary Club of Nagpur Vision from the club. So we are having the packets ready, and they will be ready for disbursal from next week. So thank you everyone. I would like to thank everyone, those who have contributed monetarily, and I would also like to thank in advance those who would be able to help in the distribution as well as in the process of this project. Over to you, Jatin.
Thanks, Akshay. And thanks a lot to the entire club for pitching in beautifully for this project. For the project Smiling Faces, I would like our director, Sergeant at Arms Nilanjan, to kindly tell us about it. Just a second, Nilanjan.
Yeah, unmute.
Yeah, unmute it.
Yeah. Thank you, President, and welcome to Rotary Club Mumbai, Juhu. And it's a new experience for us, and I would thank Corona for that we are able to have such kind of wonderful interaction between two clubs also. Now, Project Smiling Face, essentially, it's a project where we give financial aid to poor but meritorious students. And this is one of our flagship projects that we have been carrying on for many years, actually. And we have often seen from our experience that there are a lot of students who do well. They get even 90-95% marks. There are students who get admission even in medical, but their parents, due to their financial condition, either they are not willing to support their children because they feel they can take up some job or something. So in this project, essentially, we give 3,000 rupees per student per year to meet their basic essential expense. It is not that we meet their entire cost, but we have seen from our past experience that 3,000 rupees does give them a lot of encouragement, motivation. Even the parents also feel motivated. So this is how we have been supporting. On an average, we have been more than about 200 students every year. And this year we got slightly delayed because of the coronavirus. We could not reach out to the students because they're all, schools are not open and the colleges are not open. But we launched this project about a month back, and we have got fantastic support from our members. And I think 1/3 of our total membership have already committed support. And this has definitely encouraged us to, carry on with this project for a little more time. And so I appeal to all our members to still consider if those who are willing to pay, contribute for this cause. And we are also in the process of finalizing our plan in terms of disbursement of the fund. So I thank all the donors and also our members for being so generous in supporting this project. And I'm sure we'll make it a great success for this. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nilanjan. Your team is doing a fantastic job. I would like to call upon our Community Service Director, Rotarian Sandeep Durukar, to announce his mobile distribution project. Sandeep.
Now I will ask Nitya Agarwal to share details about the project smartphone.
Yeah.
Nitya?
Good evening, everyone. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Namaste. Myself, Nitya Agarwal. I'm chairperson of this project, which is called Project Smartphone. I would like to brief you about this project. In this pandemic situation, all the children are studying online, but there are underprivileged students who do not have smartphones or any other online facilities. And therefore, we have been working in this project called Project Smartphone. We are collecting old or excess smartphones, tabs, laptops, and refurbishing it for the student for their studies. Okay. We kindly request you to all donate your old excess smartphone for the children's. And also we are looking forward for your support to make the project hit and successful. Awaiting for your help. Thank you. I'll hand over to Sandeep.
Yeah, thank you, Nitya. Nitya already mentioned regarding this project smartphone for needy and poor children. Even I would like to appeal to the same time, except all of you to stand for project by donating as many as possible your old phone. There are many cheap mobile smartphones available. If you don't have old phones, you can buy old phones and donate. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandeep. Thanks for the great job. For the project from the Nasik Club, I would request Shantala to kindly brief us. Shantala?
She's mute.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Yeah. Thank you, Jatin. And a very, very warm hello to all the viewers from Mumbai. So, Rotary Club of Nasik East has come up with a wonderful project called Hamari Beti Hamari Abhiman. And they want to appreciate the daughters of Rotarians who have achieved success in their careers. So I think this is such a, heartwarming opportunity to recognize our daughters who are doing fantastically well in their careers. And I think today is the last date. If I'm not wrong, they had written 28th August is the last date. So all the members and Rotarians are requested to send us achievements of their daughters so that we can forward it to the Nasik Club. They will be getting a certificate of appreciation by our district governor, Shabir Shakir. So please do send in the names today itself with a short write-up.
Yes, thanks, Shantala. It is for careers, not achievements in 10th and 12th. So please make it a career or an extracurricular activity. Over to you, Kala ma'am, for your project announcements.
Thank you, Jatin. It was really very impressive to hear all of you. And once again, I repeat that thanks to COVID, we are able to interact with all of you to know what Nagpur is doing and what Nasik is doing. And really very impressive projects. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Regarding our projects, we have distributed this month, as you said, the meritorious children who passed out 10th standard from the municipal schools. We felicitated them. The lowest percentage was for a boy who got 39%, who studied in a night school. We even give an opportunity to him to speak to us and felicitated him. Then we have done the project for the Bombay Municipal Corporation school teachers, where we had sessions for them on stress management and creative teaching, because presently due to the COVID, the online classes had taken a toll on their time management and stress management were very relevant at these times for them. So we conducted sessions for them. Around 74 teachers from various schools participated in this. We have been doing a project called Bagban, which is for senior citizens and in old age homes and orphanages, where we are giving them, apart from entertainment, we are also giving them provisions to their centers. Due to COVID restrictions, we are not able to visit these centers. So these people are stressed because there is no contact with outside world. So this is one way of reaching out to them, and we have been doing this project since last 2 months, and we plan to continue to do this project throughout the whole year. The next month, the month of September, is going to be literacy and education month. In this month, we are planning workshops for teachers. Again, the teachers have expressed, after our success of the first workshop, they have come up with their requirements of the topics in which they want the workshops. We have also increased the number of Interact clubs, and now probably in the next month, 2 more clubs will be joining. In the month of August, we also conducted a joint project with around 200 clubs and NGOs on to create awareness on organ donation and skin donation, and a Kavi Sammelan on the same topic. The interacts of our club actively participated in these activities. Also happy to share that there is a poster competition which we are doing in collaboration with another club, which is an international project, and we would like even your club interacts to participate in this poster competition. This is about they will have to make posters about the, now I can see that there are doctors are there in your club, so it is about how the doctors have contributed to these tiring times. So this is a gratitude to the doctors. I will share the details with you all. We also want you to participate in this. Thank you.
We'll surely put it out, ma'am, across. Thank you, lot. Thanks a lot. For the next week's meeting, I would like Rotarian Prashant Yadav to kindly update us.
Yeah, hi, good evening, members. Next Friday, that is 4th September 2020, we will be having Rotary Business Meet followed by RCNV Vocational Insight. RCNV Vocational Insight is the presentation by our RCNV member about their profession and business. Request all members and spouses to be present on 4th September 2020 to know more about what our fellow members do professionally. I would request member to give their nominations, that is to me, Prashant Yadav, or Bhavesh Tayal Ramani, our member, to book their slot for showcasing their vocation. Please attend in large numbers. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Over
Prashant.
to Jatin.
Thanks, Prashant. Next week, we will be having our closed business meeting. And after the business meeting, we shall be having vocational insights as the program we have started last business meeting. Please do attend and let us understand what vocations our members are into. Thanks a lot, Prashant. Now, for the event of the day, I would request Rotarian Shivani to kindly introduce the speakers and the presenters.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Mumbai. I won't be introducing anything. The speakers are going to introduce each of them one after the other. So I'll directly hand over the proceedings to Dr. Rajesh Singh, sir.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hi, good evening, everybody. So nice to be back with my old club, Rotary Club of Nagpur. Now it is called as Nagpur Vision. I was a very active member of Rotary Club till about 3 or 4 years back. And I really enjoyed my Rotary. But then suddenly I had to leave Rotary due to various reasons. And there was a big null in my life. So I thought, let's fill up this null with cycling. And I am really enjoying my Rotary in my cycling. There are various similarities between Rotary Club and cycling. And one of them is fellowship. As we do fellowship in Rotary, the cycling is also a big fellowship. And we enjoy cycling, and we enjoy cycling in company of each other. We started cycling about 4 or 5 years back. We started doing short trips in and around Nagpur. We all enjoy trekking. We all enjoy going to new places. We all enjoy getting new experiences. So we thought, why not see India on cycles? As you know, we are a group of 4 doctors with 4 our spouses. So we are 8 and we are called as RAF. Why we are called as RAF, you will know shortly. But over a period of last 3 or 4 years, we have started seeing India on cycles. So we plan to go from place A to place B on cycles. So this is what we want to encourage today in Rotary Club, to start seeing India on cycles. It needs little bit of planning. My all friends, all my group is present here today, and they will tell you small little bits of planning. How do we plan? How do we book tickets? Which weather we choose? How do we choose hotels? And there are so many small little things. So my first colleague is Dr. Ramya Nisal. She is an ex-surgeon. I mean, she's a surgeon, but she has retired now. And now she has joined a NGO, Sakshi, in a big way, which does a very nice work in prevention of child sexual abuse. So let's see what Ramya has to say about our group and our cycling expeditions. Over to Ramya.
Hello, everybody. I would like to tell you how all this started. It all started in August 2015 when 3 of us cycled from Manali to Leh. That was a distance of about 500 kilometers, which we covered in 9 days. We were at times cycling at 16,000 feet. The terrain, if you look at it, is obviously uphill, it is grueling. But apart from that, we were also cycling through water, where at times the roads were blocked because there were rivers flowing across it. And sometimes we couldn't even cycle in those places. We had to put the cycles in some and bring it over. Then in February 2016, we did cycling through scenic Melghat, which was a pleasure. And in November 2016, we decided to go for a cycle race in Jaipur. It was 250 kilometers in 15 hours. So we packed our cycles, as you can see, we put them in boxes and took them by flight to Jaipur. And obviously there were prizes there, but we were not interested in the prizes. We were more interested in completing the race in the stipulated time. We went there, we assembled our cycles, we completed, and as you can see, we got medals too. And November 2017 saw us cycling from Pune to Goa. It was 586 kilometers in 7 days. And what fun it was. We met other people doing similar trips on the way. This group was going from Bombay to Goa. Let me confess, we didn't do a cycling trip in 2018. We did Everest Base Camp, trekking at 17,500 feet. So just some pictures to share of that place. And when we reached the summit, let's go ahead to the summit. Cycling long distance has its pleasures, but even cycling in and around the city, we can see so much scenic beauty. This is Mahurzari, which is just about 15 kilometers or so. This is Lonara, about 10 kilometers, 10, 12 kilometers from Nagpur city. And this is Jilpi Lake. So this was how the whole thing started, that we started planning trips, going cycling long distance. And now I'll move over, give the baton to Dr. Dhananjay Bokhare, who will tell us more about the planning. But Dhananjay Bokhare, all of you may know that he's a well-known neurologist in the city, and Bhagyashree, you know, is an ENT surgeon. But what you may not know is Dhananjay, as you know, is an avid cyclist. He's also a bird watcher, a keen bird watcher. And if he asks us, we'll say that, oh, that's a brown bird, this is a blue bird. But he will tell you what that bird is actually. He's an artist, he's very mechanical minded and tech savvy, and he's the GPS of our group. And as for Bhagyashree, I will only say that she's the sweet voice of our group. She's our singer. So over to Dhananjay.
Thank you, Ramya. And thank you, Rotary Club Nagpur Vision, for giving us this opportunity. I hope I am audible. They have asked me to talk about planning, as who, why, where, how, and all this. And it's a big paradox, because my wife believes that the best plan for me is to have no plan at all. At least she believes so. So as I said, it's a big paradox that I am supposed to speak on planning. But for us, planning is basically just a, here is a quote by a great Chinese warrior from The Art of War. It says that tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. So you need to have some strategy, some planning, if you have to complete your task. But for us, planning involves more of partying. It's just an excuse, bahana hai, milne ka, khane ka, pine ka. And as you can see here, the only person who's actually doing planning, I need not tell you his name. Rest of them are seeing to be having a very, very good time. So when we talk about planning, there are main two things when we want to plan a cycling trip. One is the cycles and second is the route. So let me talk something about the cycles. So when you want to plan a cycling trip, the first question even before that, the first question you would like to answer is whether you want to plan it yourself or you want to go through some agency, because we did Manali Leh through an agency and we thought that things could have been better, and why not let us do it ourselves. Things are easier when you do it yourself. Internet has made everything easy. So we are assuming that everybody of us wants to plan his or her own trip. So first question we answer is whether you have your own cycle you want to take or you want to have a rented cycle. Of course, rented cycle, the advantage is that you don't need to carry cycles to far off places. You can just go there, but rent a cycle and use it. However, the big advantage of an own cycle is that you are used to that cycle. You have been riding on it for months, years. You know what the problem are. You know how the gears change, and you don't, and you are not worried about how to return it, because generally these trips are from place A to place B, and then there's a question how to return the cycles at place B. So we generally now tend to take our own cycles. Another technical question, whether you should take a mountain bike or a hybrid or a road bike. Again, it depends on what type of terrain are you going to do. Like in Manali and Leh, you have to have a mountain bike. But when you are doing road trips like Mumbai to Goa or like Bangalore to Coorg, you can do with a hybrid bike. Road bikes are not much used. They are mainly for speed. We are not interested in speed here. As I said, once you have decided that you have to have your own cycles, then the question is how to take the cycles there. As you saw, once we carried our cycles in flight, most of the flight companies would charge for it. Air India doesn't charge for it. You can take it as your check-in baggage, provided you have the flights to that place. Now with this COVID, I don't know how things are going to be. So normally now what we are doing is we are hiring a van or a pickup, something like that, and then sending our cycles there. Again, we have to think about the cost factor. Sometimes the cost of transportation works out maybe sometimes cheaper also than actually cost of renting and using the rented cycle. So it does help to have your own cycles. Once you have decided cycles, you also need the paraphernalia, the repair kits, extra tubes, tires, air pump, and first aid kits. Kiran will talk a little more about it. Of course, you need to have your regular armamentarium, the puncture kit, lights and reflectors, and lots of snacks, because it's more for fun and frolic than for actually exercise. So eating is a major part of our trip. Sometimes you may need more permissions, permits. Suppose you are sending a van from here to another state, he needs to have an RTO permit. It is you have to remember these facts, because these are local vans we procure. They don't have permit for national permit, so you have to get those things. Like we traveled in Melghat Tiger Reserve, we have to take permissions from Forest Department. So whatever depending on your place where you are going, you need to decide what type of permit you are. But most important, permission has to come from your spouse. For me, it's my wife, because unless she permits to go, I am not sure anybody is I will be able to go anywhere. So that's, for me, that's the first prime importance. Another factor to decide is the duration of your cycling, how many days you are planning to do. Don't make it a very long so that everybody is tired. Don't make it a very short, because you won't have the real fun of it. You have to consider the weather also. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be rainy? Is it going to be cold? Depending on that, you need to pack up your clothes. And of course, you have to pack light, because it's no point in taking 3 or 4 bags with you. So we ended up loading our bikes on this cycle, our cycles in this van. And of course, it was a short, small van. But of course, as you can see, it can be used for other purposes also once you reach the point. The next main important thing is to plan the route. Now, when you are planning the route, or things we decide is how much total distance has to be covered, how many days in which it has to be covered. If it's a long distance, then you may need to have some rest days. You have to factor in for some unforeseen delays because of weather conditions or traffic jams, or like it can happen in Himachal Pradesh or Manali Leh, where you can really be stuck in jams for hours together. Again, the type of terrain you have to think, because it will decide your cycling speed, it will decide your type of cycles, and it will decide the distance you can cover in a given day. And again, you have to think whether it's an elevation, it's a plain road or an elevation. For that, I use the app called Ride with GPS. Again, you have to choose whenever you have an option, you can choose between country roads and highways. We tend to prefer country roads because of less traffic and more scenic beauties. Highways are easier to ride, but they become very monotonous at the end of the day. Again, it is important to know your composition of your team. If your team members, if there is a person who can do 200 kilometers in a day and there is a person who can do only 30 kilometers in a day, then you have to plan accordingly. There is no point in making a plan of 150 and then be able to cover only 50 kilometers at the end of the day. So it is good for us now. We have been together and we know each other's capacities, but sometimes we get additional members and then we have to think about them. Also, having additional members gives some advantages. Like this time we had Shivani with us, and thanks to Shivani, now we are here. So it pays to have some influential members in the team also. This is what I was telling you about. This is Ride with GPS plan. As we can see, this is the actual planning I did from Bengaluru to Madikeri, that is Coorg. When it is live, actually when I move my cursor on this line, it shows me the elevation and the distance. So like you can see here, there is a good deal of elevation here. So in such these things, we will keep our cycling distance to a lesser period. When it is flat, we will have more distance to be covered in one day. Once you have decided the plan, you have to also think about accommodations. Sometimes you need to change the distances depending on the availability of places. So all routes may not have good hotels or accommodations. Like once we did from Pune to Goa, and we had not planned any accommodation, but we had luckily a support vehicle, and they would go ahead and search for a place, and then they would book that hotel, and then they would inform us that we are in such and such a place. In fact, at one place, the hotel was just built and it was not even open for public, and they gave this to us because there was no hotel in nearby area. And the best part was he went to the shop after we checked in. He bought a geyser and fixed the geyser in our room. So these are the fun things which happen. And once these are done, then finally you plan your travel, plan your hotel, pay for bookings. And of course, the planning never ends. There are too many intellectuals in our group. There are too many suggestions. Things keep changing. And the planning keeps changing until the last day of actual ride. And what happens on last day? You start planning for the next day. So, as I said, this was our final plan, which happened only of academic interest, because as they said, journey is important than the destination. And as I said in the beginning, Sun Tzu said that tactics without strategy is noise before defeat. But before that, he also said that strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. So you may have a lot of planning, but you have to execute it. And what better way to execute it than give the reins in hands of Anu, our master executor, Dr. Anupama Belcere. I call upon her to talk about the way, because she's our best support person. She doesn't cycle herself, but without her, any trip will not be possible. So Anu, over to you for next program.
Thank you, Dhananjay. I hope I'm audible to all. Hello, everyone. I'm not very frequently interacting with Rotarians, so it's one of the seldom times when I come to see you people. Thanks to Shivani, I've had an opportunity to talk to so many of you. To continue what Dhananjay said, he says that careful and meticulous planning goes a long way in ensuring a successful trip. But who actually executes the trip? The cyclists have decided where they stay, they've decided how much distance they are going to cover in a day, but it's the execution which finally makes the difference. Assuming you are planning your own trip, you also have to rope in a support team, right? So the support team, not just the members, the support vehicle. The support vehicle would include factors like what is the boot space. It will include factors like whether you have a car rack which you need to take, whether they have an overhead luggage carrier. These are things you want to look in your vehicle. Then whether you are going to go with a cab, or you're going to drive your own vehicle, or you're going to rent a test drive car. And your co-driver, of course. So this time from Bangalore to Coorg, we opted for a Zoom car because we had a pickup van. I did not very care about the boot space, and my daughter was my co-driver. And the best laid plans can go haywire if the support team is not supportive enough. So the question is, what does the support team really do? Well, I can just say that support team really makes the team stress-free for the riders so that they can do best what they have planned to do, that is cycling. En route on the cycling on the road, you don't know where you will get the chai tapri, where will you get the refreshments, you don't know where you will be stopping for meals and things like that. It is a support team which makes, it arranges for the water, the refreshments, the meals, the halts. You're not driving a car as on a road trip, okay? It's not as if you are going zip past the 60 kilometers and reach your destination in 2 hours and that's it. You have to think like a cyclist, slow, mindful of their needs, maintaining hydration. That is the most important thing. So you have to take frequent breaks where you can refill their bottles, you can procure more water, anything that goes for hydration, from chai to nariyal pani to cold drinks to plain mineral water, counts for water. And then there is the energy, not just water, the fruits, the chai tapri, where you can, take a break, have a little snack. Because like Dhananjay said, we mostly, have lots of snacks when we are traveling, because that's what we enjoy the most. Take a break, have chai, cups and cups of tea that you want. Sometimes the terrain is difficult, the roads are bad, there is no network, it is very hot. So you also look for shady places, where you can take a break. So this is what various places you've taken a break. Yeah, shady places where you can take a break. We carry mats in our vehicles, support vehicles. You just spread them out wherever you find place and plump down. Take a break. And a jharna is one place where we have to take a break. It's like, the one must thing on a route. You find a jharna, a leaking tap, you find a small puddle or something, and these people just want to stop, they want to splash in it, they want to play in it. So that is what we cyclists enjoy. And as a support team, it's my job to keep track of these things. Okay, this is a place they might enjoy stopping, so we take a break. This is where they might like to take a break and have tea, so I take a break. First, they tell me en route, okay, now we are hankering for tea, so please look up a tapri. But that is my job to look up a tapri, which is something which they are going to enjoy, not just any random one, but something which they will enjoy. So their comfort is my priority. That is what the support team boils down to. And like my daughter was telling me, the support team is like a mother, the mother hen keeping all her chicks under her wings, taking care of their needs. That's what she is like. And she says that when on the journey, it's like you had 8 kids with you, all of them were 50 years old. But still they behave as if they are 15-year-olds. They get lost. They don't listen to instructions, and they just do what they want to. It's just and the case in point being my husband. Okay, Kiran Belsarik. The mother has to keep an eye on him, and here the wife has to keep an eye on the husband. The Kiran is so lost, so engrossed in cycling, he'll go past landmarks, past the turns, end up kilometers ahead of where he has to go, and then I have to suddenly rev up, and go get my husband back. So now I would like you to meet my husband where he's sitting in his OPD, so I just hope he can say hello to you. Kiran, it's over to you now. Are you there?
Yeah.
Kiran, I need to, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Can you see me?
Speak. Yeah. No, speak up, you're audible, speak up.
Speaker, I think I'm there.
We can see you, Kiran, we can see you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I am live from OPD. This is pandemic, Corona times, and I've been asked to talk about the spares. Let me tell you that I am connecting you. So such a great technology. First of all, I must congratulate all the engineers who have made this possible to actually connect you directly from my OPD on your screens. So I've been told to talk about spares. Let me tell you, cycles nowadays are of very good qualities. So you hardly we don't expect a bigger breakdown with these cycles. But then it is basically a machine, and you expect some small snack can be there at any time. So I'll advise that you should have a puncture kit with you, because making a puncture will take around 15 minutes. These puncture kits are available with any stores, cycle stores you can go, or you can have a assorted puncture kits. It's not difficult actually. But then if you don't know how to make a puncture, you can always replace the tube. So you can carry an extra tube, you can carry an extra puncture kit. Then you can also carry what is called a small pump, which is available, which you can fix it on your down tube of the frame. And then moreover, you can have a Allen key, which can be helpful at times. And if you are not interested in doing anything, you can be like the host. My boss is Dr. Singhvi, who will never ride alone, will always ride with somebody who knows about it and who does the Hamali. So that is another option. So that is all from my end. So bye, enjoy viewing the cycling saga. Thank you. Thank you. Over to Anu back.
Thank you.
Back to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kiran. I would also like to introduce Dr. Shailesh Nisar. He is a plastic surgeon who is very good at his job, and he has such a great sense of detail and aesthetics that he has now become the official photographer for our group. You know, he captures those candid moments so beautifully. That's his eye for detail and aesthetics that actually helps him do that. And we have a huge sachet of photos and videos to relive our memories for years together now. We just need to tell him, sir, wo wali trip ki photos dikhaiye, and he has all of them so sorted, so well organized. He just loves to replay them for us. So, Dr. Nisar, I want you to give us a glimpse of how we enjoyed this trip so much. Over to you, sir.
Hi everyone. So thank you, Anupama, for that introduction. So many of these photographs would have come from my camera. Now, after all of you speaking about the hard work, the great planning, the backup, everything, I'm going to talk about the pleasures that I enjoy. See, the beginning of the day is always full of enthusiasm. Everybody is, yay, we are going to start. But then by the end of the day, you are dead tired. But then you remember the preparation. Now in the preparation, as Dhananjay pointed out, there are people who are planning, and there are people like me and Kiran who are just enjoying. We enjoy the company, we party around, we hardly listen to what is being said, and then take part in it. Next. Photographs and videos, you relive the joy. So I downloaded the same evening, and the snaps and recordings, everybody is eager to find out how do I look, and you enjoy it so much. Now this is my collection for our old age. So these are the experiences which we are gathering. All these trips don't cost much, but they give us so much joy. See, we book in homestays, Airbnbs, houses. This is in Medicare. There were small board games, and this is where we enjoyed playing Jenga after a long ascending ride. Next. You already heard Anupama. She's the backbone of our trip. She and Kanika were such a pleasure to have backing us. And I always used to feel happy that there is a van carrying my food, my electrolytes, my energy, and a backup in case I fall down or get tired. Next. Interacting with locals is another pleasure. They are all amused and excited that these people from faraway places have come over, cycling from this to there. They like to take photographs with us. And it is not only people, even animals enjoy spending time with them. Next. Such
क्या बात है, ये देखो, ये प्यार भरे चेहरे रिकॉर्ड हो रहे।
मेरी त्वचा से मेरी उम्र का पता ही नहीं चलता।
अरे वो सुनी क्या?
गुब्बड़ गुटली।
So you could sense the joy, the pleasure that we have in small things all along the way.
क्या बात है?
What we enjoy. And now over to Ritika Singhvi, who's posing here as a yoga guru. She has been with us from longer than she has been with your Rotary, and she is the wonderful part of our trip. Over to you, Ritika Singhvi.
Thank you, Celeste, for nice introduction. Good evening, everyone. I would like to share an incident which was happened with me on the first day of our expedition. And after having breakfast, we hit the road from the hotel, and we were cycling in a row as there was heavy traffic and road was very narrow. And within few minutes, मैं धड़ाम से गिर गई because रोड वॉज अनइवन और मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड थी और एक्साइटेड में ध्यान ही नहीं रहा. माई नीज वर बैडली इंजर्ड. आई वॉज नेरोली एक्सेप्ट फ्रॉम एनी मेजर एक्सीडेंट. तो सब लोग मुझे उठाया, किसी ने पानी पिलाया, किसी ने मेडिसिन दी और आई वॉज पैम्पर्ड बाय द होल टीम. If I had told them to go back to the hotel, so everything would have been messed up. So I thought, Ritika, you don't have any option. Follow them chupchap. During the expedition, I thought many times, "Arey, मैं यहाँ क्यों आ गई?" But after seeing this RF group's enthusiasm, I motivated myself, and eventually I completed this expedition. I had fun every moment during this cycling tour, and it was a great opportunity to be part of this group. Last day was very difficult for me and Shivani, and it was full climb, but finally we did and reached at Kurg and completed our target. Now I can say nothing is impossible in life. I had fun every moment, and this time we visited the places as a traveler, come cyclist, not a tourist. So thank you RF group for taking care of me in the whole journey, especially Dhananjay. He took care of me and Shivani as a savior. So it was well organized tour from planning to execution. Now I would like to introduce our very good friend Manisha Lolitkar, and she belongs to the most inviting state Goa, and she runs her family business. She is full of life and very enthusiastic person. And she used to make us laugh every time in our expedition. And Manisha and her husband are very perfect host. When RF group reached Goa after completion their Pune to Goa expedition, the group was welcomed by them with open arms. So I welcome Manisha. She is going to share her experience. Over to Manisha.
Hi everyone. In 2017, RF group cycled from Pune to Goa. Among them, I did not know anybody except Dhananjay. When they reached to Goa, I met all of them, and I was surprised to see Ramya's enthusiasm and energy. For a moment, I thought, why should not I try? But it is not that much. That was not a easy challenge to me because there are too many slopes in Goa. I have never seen any ladies cycling, and I didn't have any company also. मगर कहते हैं ना, कोई चीज अगर दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाते हैं. In 2018, on Dhananjay's birthday, I took my first ride, and on that day, I decided that I will start paddling in Goa. And very fortunately, in 2019, Ramya invited me to join B2C. And from the day one, I started challenging myself to take ride at 5:30 a.m. where because there won't be much traffic. Then discovering new interior areas, riding on the bridge in dark where too many trucks were passing by. For 3 months, I did rigorous cycling and on the average of 40 to 45 kilometers, and I think twice 100K, and made my dream come true. This was my first cycling experience with wonderful people. I hope many more rides with them. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce the youngest member of the group, who behave as though she is the oldest. She has recently finished her graduation and currently working in a production house in Mumbai. Over to
Hello.
Kanika, live from.
Hello. I want to know if I'm audible properly. Otherwise, I'll ask Anu to speak on my behalf.
You are.
Okay. I hope there's no atmospheric problem here. Okay. So I'm going to keep it quick. I'm Kanika. I genuinely believe that I was extended an invitation because the group wanted to reduce its average age, even if it was only possible by a few decimals. But, they say that age is just a number, and that can't be more true in the case of this group. I wouldn't call them 50-year-olds, maybe just like the 32nd anniversary of the 18th birthdays, because they're forever young and have a youthful charm. During Goa B2C, I had the wonderful opportunity to document our journey, and I honestly couldn't have asked for better muses who were so cooperative and just always picture ready. Okay, one thing I want to talk about is I don't want to talk about the technique of documentation because I feel a YouTube video can tell you that better, but I want to tell you why you should do it. So we often blame our lack of equipment and use it as an excuse to not document it. And the thing is that we try to chase perfection constantly. The truth is that a picture's perfection has to be created. And you have to seek that perfection in order to really attain it. And you have to try a million times and from all possible angles before you really get what feels right to you, And I think that every image, every video clip, everything has a story to tell, and it is your job to tell that story in a way that's comprehensible. Okay, and I was of course lucky to have good equipment with me, but a lot of it was also shot from my phone, and they do just a job as good as that. Okay, they're handy, it's good quality and very quick. You just have to try, like that's the bottom line. You have to click as much as you can before you get the perfect shot. Okay, and I want to talk about documentation in general. So documentation isn't just about a presentation such as this or for the social media post. It's so much more, our memories may fade. I mean, they do. But when you're centuries years old, a billion years ago, and you want to revisit your past adventures with your friends, these GBs of data will be more than enough to bring some really nostalgic tears to your eyes. Okay. And now I would like to hand over to Shivani. She's a practicing ophthalmologist in Nagpur, a new cyclist who gave a very tough fight to a veteran in Nagpur. Let's over to Shivani now.
Thank you, Kanika. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. So a very good evening again to RC Mumbai and my own club RC Nagpur Vision. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. This proverb is actually very, very much justified by this group of cyclists from RAF. They get up in the morning early, they go for cycling. Throughout the day, they do attend to their patients, and the night they party. A perfect balance what they have maintained. And getting into this elite group of cyclists is actually very, very difficult. It's, I would say, much more difficult than getting recruited into the Indian military services. So, but I was one of the lucky ones. I actually got an interview for induction into the gang. They grilled me. They had an interview in one of the chai tapris. They grilled me like anything. But at the end of the day, yes, I did get a selection call, and I was damn happy that I could join them in this cycling adventure of B2C. Next one, please. Those 5 days of cycling from town to town, enjoying the sights and myriad shades of southern India. This was something absolutely new for me. I have never ever done anything like this in my life, and it was actually a life-changing experience for me. And yes, the next one. Those contented evening times which we used to spend after those grueling 80 kilometers of journey climbing the hill, they were equally enjoyable. I am going to miss all this time which I spent with you all guys. And the next one, please. The RF has been a big inspiration for us, and we have already started our own RCNV cycling club. We have almost around 40 members in that group, and each and every member is very fit and fine nowadays because we've been having regular cycling expeditions. So from my side, as well as on behalf of Rotary Club of Nagpur Vision, I would like to thank each and every member of the RAF gang, the enthusiast Dr. Singhvi sir, the inspiration Dr. Ramya ma'am, support Dr. Dhananjay, the leader Dr. Shailesh, the fastest Dr. Kiran, the provider Anu ma'am, the dedicated Manisha, my bestie Ritika, and the two glamorous girls Dr. Bhagyashri and Kanika. Thank you so much guys for being here as well as for being there at B2C. Let's enjoy a short video before we call it a day. Can we have the video, sir, now?
Ready to go.
In November 2019, 8 friends cycled across Karnataka from Bengaluru to Madikeri, a distance of 330 kilometers, and this they did in 5 days. This is their story.
So cycling started about 4 years back when we returned from a trek. But after coming back from a trek, we wanted something new, something more adventurous. And our first cycling expeditions were around Nagpur. Then we did Manali to Leh, which really inspired us to do more cycling. Cycling is proper way to see India. This is how you enjoy culture of any place. This is how you see small places. You meet people, you talk to them. So this is what really I wanted to do always. So cycling has really given me this opportunity to do all these things.
So we needed a name for the group, and that was before we did a trip to Chikaldara. And thinking of all sorts of names, and then Kiran came up with the name that we're going to be called RAF, and that means Ramya and followers, because we all follow you. We don't dare disobey you. And that stuck. I did Manali Leh twice. Then, as I said, we did the Chikaldara trip. We did a 250 kilometers race in Jaipur. And we did a Pune to Goa trip over a period of 6 to 7 days. We have done a number of brevets, which is like a specified number of kilometers to be covered in a specified time. So I have done only the 200 brevet, which is 200 kilometers in 13 and a half hours. But Kiran has done 200, 300, 400 and 600, all within the span of 1 year. So he has got the qualification of a super randonneur. It gives you a sense of freedom and the feel of speed while riding the cycle. It's a totally different feeling. And more than the cycling, I like the adventure part of it. That you go out, you meet new people, you have new experiences. That is something that is something that I crave for. You're missing something if they aren't cycling.
In 2017, this Nagpurkar had been to Goa, and I was very much inspired by Ramya and other followers of her. Eventually, when in August, when Ramya came to my place, so she told me, Manisha, you join our next cycle. And I was so happy. And that day onwards, I made my mind, I'll be up to not their level, but I'll try my level best to be a part of that cycling group.
Who's my friend in Rotary. One fine day she just by fluke happened to mention that her group is going out for a cycling expedition, and she said that they'll be traveling from Bangalore to Coorg. And I just thought, why can't I do that? So, because this is something which I've never done, and one of the things in my bucket list. They call themselves the RAF group. So I was invited at one of the chai tapris. They asked me a couple of questions, tried out my dedication towards cycling. And since that day, I've been trying to do gymming, regular cycling, and now here I am. I think I'm very happy that I actually ventured into this, although it was something which was not exactly my cup of tea, but I'm very, very happy to do that. So I would just tell everyone, do what your heart wants you to do. Please don't die before you have done or completed with your bucket list.
I think cycling, like any sport, you have to first start slowly, and then you can build up your strength. need practice. And even like if you are here and if you want to be more comfortable going to such trips, it is better you have a good practice session prior to this. It not only requires cycling, but it also requires some muscle building up, some nutrition also. You can go to gym to build up your hand muscles also, I mean arm muscles, and also the elbow. So it is not only legs which are important, but also arms and your neck muscles need to be like exercised. The best thing about cycling is you keep moving, and since you keep moving, the surroundings keep changing, and therefore you're not bored.
The preparation is both physical and mental. You have to keep telling yourselves that, oh, so we have to do this. There may be an ascent for 45 kilometers. It would be a day when it is only 65, a day when it is 90. I found that there is some sport, some exercise, some form of activity which clicks with everybody. Cycling is what has clicked with me. The wonderful part is that it is outdoor. It's not the same. Though the action is repetitive, the places change, and I enjoy it so much. Every road is different. Every roadside is different. It has clicked so much that the morning time is the best time that I spend. Those 2 hours of cycling followed by the chai and the tapri is real fun. Do it. You'll enjoy it more and more the more you do it.
मुझे अपने आप को मैंने चैलेंज किया कि साइकिलिंग करना चाहिए. इजी नहीं है पर इम्पॉसिबल भी नहीं. मुझे इस ग्रुप से इंस्पिरेशन मिला है, RAF ग्रुप से साइकिलिंग करने का. उन्होंने मुझे काफ़ी सपोर्ट किया इस एक्सपीडिशन में, काफ़ी इनकरेज किया मुझे.
This is one of another good trip. We hope and we wish and we are sure that there will be more trips to come every year. Maybe we plan to have some trips abroad. Hopefully soon we will be traveling somewhere in the Europe on our cycles. Not only the cycling but the after hours rough cycling where there is a lot of fun, frolic and camaraderie, food, drinks, overall it's good time.
Cycling was the common passion between the members of the family, and we sort of clicked so well, gelled so well that now they have become extended families for each other. All occasions, birthdays, and every little thing we celebrate together. So that common taste binds us together, our love for each other binds us together, and we plan our vacations together now.
Thank you. It was a fantastic presentation. I have also bought a cycle. I hope I am able to ride it someday too much. But it's the starting time. Somebody told me it's slow is good. So I'm hoping I'm being slow enough. So let's see. Now for the formal vote of thanks, I would like to invite President Kala for the formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Jatin. Before the vote of thanks, just after seeing the video and hearing all the doctors speak, it is just given goosebumps, especially the picture of your trek to Mount Everest and also impressive. Thank you, the team of lovely team of doctors. It was awesome listening to you. And those who don't know anything about cycling, I have never attempted cycling. Those who don't know, and you have given how interesting all these can be. You have just given us an idea. As he says, as Jatin has already brought a cycle. Now we can see so many others joining this, and your group getting bigger and bigger now. It was very inspiring to hear you. As you said that age is just a number, it was rightly proved by the way the trips that you have undertaken, whether it was the Everest or it was a 5-day trip from Bangalore to Kurg. Awesome, super. Hats off to you all. Thank you, Jatin,
Yes.
for this opportunity for co-hosting with you. Here I would like to add that it was a very innovative way of having all the directors speak about their revenues. It was really very interesting. Now we will start doing it in our club meetings also.
Thanks a lot. We have learned a lot from you also, ma'am.
Here I would just like to add one more thing here, that on Sunday at 3 o'clock we are celebrating the Onam festival. So I am inviting all of you to, Ashish will share the detailed Zoom IDs. I request all of you to please join us. And also thank members who have joined us from Bhubaneswar and Adoni Club also. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, guys, for coming. The national anthem, which we'll be playing after the meeting, is been done by our Rotarian Annex, the kids, and they have done a fantastic job. We will be playing that, and after the meeting is adjourned, we shall have some open time for all of us to interact with each other. Okay, so please write for the national anthem. Pinaki, can you just do the needful?
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you all. The meeting is adjourned. The house shall be open for discussions and question answers if any. Pinaki, could you unmute